Hey, what's up, guys? Ashby at Ashby Farms, and it has been about a month since I posted. Just been so busy, kind of getting ready for fall and winter, doing feedings. We've been up in the mountains helping some family and some neighbors up there. And when I say up in the mountains, helping us with Hurricane Helene, we were able to take a generator up and a bunch of fuel and help do some chainsawing, check on some other beekeepers' bees, help out some neighbors, help my aunt and uncle dig out their hog panels out of the muck, and then we wrangled a bunch of their hogs, got them back into the pen. And at my aunt and uncle's place, the water came up 12 feet in about 10 minutes. It just happened all of a sudden, and then within an hour it was completely gone. But washed out both their barns and ramped to their bridge, and obviously no power for about 2 weeks. So we've just been, we went up right away and helped them out. And then since then, just orchestrating, getting some help to some other beekeeper friends that we know. So with that, at the same time, I haven't had really time to take any videos, but I just want to give you an update. Today's October the 20th. It's a Sunday afternoon, and got a new pump on the truck. I'll take you over there and show you here in a minute. And we're just getting to the first couple yards. So today I'm just going to show you. Pretty simple. Whenever I arrive in a bee yard, we go ahead and pop the lids off of all the colonies, exposing the feeders, seeing if there's any problems. Obviously, we don't want to waste resources on a colony that's not there. And in this case, we've got one that's not going to make it. So I'm just going to walk you down the row, and then I'll show you my new pump setup when we get over here. So to let you know, we've got a whole line of bees right here. There was 36 colonies, but I'd rather take fall losses. So anywhere you see that there's a double deep, a second box, that's a lost colony. There's a couple holes right over here in our. But I'd rather take fall losses than winter losses, because right now it's like labor of me coming out here, plus the cost of feeding them and everything else. So we just run 1 gallon feeders. I leave these in the bottom box all the time with singles. And then in this case, where we brought a box over, we've got 2 of the reservoirs to fill. Some of these colonies, if they got a second box, like they were strong enough to take on a second box this late in the game, mainly that's because I don't want to have to take care of any more frames before winter. So we just put those boxes out here in the yards on strong colonies. Most of these bees, then, this is their 3rd feeding. So like I have some of the 1.5 gallon and mostly the 1 gallon feeders here. In this case of a double deep, it's got a 1.5 gallon and a 1 gallon. So it's getting 2.5 gallons at every feeding. So 3 feedings, that's gonna be 7.5 gallons at 12 pounds per gallon with syrup. Because that's 2 to 1. Let's see. That'd be about 90 pounds here. Most of our singles, if they're getting 3 gallons, and that'll hold like this one here and here, those 2 will be 36 pounds. And then this 1.5 gallon, that'd be 4.5 gallons. So that'll be about 55 pounds. Just depends on the feeder size. So we arrive, and immediately I'll show you some robbing action. This colony here has since failed. So we've got a nice bit of robbing. They're getting in here to this feeder and robbing out the feed. But as you see, they haven't bounced over to these and started beating up on these colonies yet. I know when we get over here to the truck, it'll be loud with the motor. Basically, I've been buying syrup, which is 200 gallons in a 250 gallon tote, and then the electric pump was just wearing out, like in a matter of 3 or 4 yards. So I had to upgrade. So basically, we get 200 gallons of syrup in a tote. We top it off with about 40 gallons, maybe 50 gallons of water. And that makes somewhere between 1.3 to 1.5 parts sugar to 1 part water. So it's thick. It's thicker than 1 to 1. Right now, we're just trying to put weight on these colonies before winter. And that's another thing. Like, we're at October 20th. We'll feed the bees again basically first week of January, right after Nabi. So I mean, these bees aren't going more than 8 weeks without any food. They don't need 100 pounds to get through the winter. coming up on the truck here. So this is a Harbor Freight trash pump, and basically it pulls out of here, goes up, and recircs. See the ball valve right here? I can put back pressure on this leg, which also has my hose. The hose then goes out here and drops in our feeders. I'll show you real quick. Oh yeah, you gotta stay out of these ant piles, they're a bear. So this one here has two 1.5 gallon feeders, it'll get 3 gallons. So at the moment, if I open this up, it doesn't really have much of a trickle flow. And it maybe triples that kind of flow once you put the back pressure on it. So I get into a yard, we go through, we pop open all the hives, and then we just get to feeding, feed them up and then go into the next yard. And it's just a matter, this is our last feeding. At the moment, if you want to know my honest opinion, I'm pretty tired of beekeeping. Time for a break. Nobby's going to be a great reset, just networking, that kind of thing. And the woods are calling me. Squirrel season has started. Deer season for rifle, or I'm sorry, for black powder starts November the 2nd. So itching to get into the woods and just take a break from beekeeping for a little bit. We got to build some equipment this winter and stuff. But really excited about kind of wrapping up the season. So on to the next yard. So this is with the ball valve. It's not flowing very fast, but this stuff's really thick, guys. It's got 100 foot of hose to travel through. It's 3/4 inch hose, so there's not a, that's about as best you're gonna get without blowing out some fitting or pipe or whatever. But basically just go colony to colony. You don't want to have this hose cut off too long, but one thing you can do is make, instead of cutting off the valve and cutting it back on, is normally I'll just entice them up here like this, and there we go. So then I'll come along and slide this back in place. It's getting a little heavy now. All right. Sometimes just gotta have 2 hands for a job. And there you go, that one's done. Watch this one come on up. Make a little mess there, but the bees will clean it up. Got float sticks. This time of year I try and have float sticks in every feeder, or the cap and ladder style, which I really don't like. They're kind of meccas for small hive beetles. Just bounce on to the next one there. So it doesn't take too long. Maybe a minute per colony. The real time is driving out to all these yards. So I try and go out and hit 6 or 7 yards in an afternoon and make it efficient for diesel fuel costs and in my time, honestly. So the trick is, as soon as you fill this bottom one here, go ahead and pop it in the top one and then move the box before it gets heavy. Just like that. So a lot of times I pop in a podcast, or make phone calls on my Bluetooth headset while I'm out in the yards. Just something to pass the time away. So other than oxalic acid, that is the last time I will be in that colony. Basically until Valentine's Day. Oh yeah, that's another thing is I didn't build my equipment with a tall enough spacer right here. So I use little sticks right here. It's just a bee spacer to make sure that the bees, when I put the lid back on, that the bees can get down in there, that I don't trap them out because there's not enough space between the feeder and the lid. Out here at the next yard, just filling them up slowly. So I'll show you around this yard for a second. I've got a little bit of robbing going on here where I spilled some syrup earlier. And all this here. I think peak spring, there's 40 over here. So we got some holes going into winter. We'll fill these holes in come springtime and get 40 back going over here. We have some of these feeders where they put comb in them. I'll clean them out in the springtime. I don't really tend to worry about it right now. There's another example of nice colony, doubled up, lots of bees in it, ready for winter. Fair bit of propolis. See right down there too. Let's check on these colony sizes real fast. Nice box of bees. Look over here. That's a nice box of bees. That'll work for winter. Oh yeah. Let's go over here. See how these guys are doing. That'll work. Nice bit of propolis on that one. And on to the next one here. Let's check out these other ones real fast. There you go. It's a nice winter nest. You see singles this full. Like I said, these have already gotten, this is the third feeding here. Wish every beehive looked like every one of those. On to the next yard. All right, so over here at the final yard, as you can see, the sun is starting to set, but I figured I'd show you a couple of these colonies here. Just gotta keep an eye on the syrup there. So let's take a quick gander. It's kind of a small colony. About 6 frames. Move this over. It's a nice box of these. Frames there. I don't mind having smaller nests. They're not gonna chew through stores as fast. That's a nice box of these there. We'll look at these in just 1 second. Here's single, a little small side, 6 frames. So not a lot going on at top, just storing syrup. And 8 frames there. Another minute. This box of these. Nice box of these. 6 frames, 7 frames. 6, 7 frames there. So get a little overflow going on. Good thing is it's the evening time, they'll clean that up. So again, this is the last time we will look at these colonies before Valentine's Day. We'll feed them one more time, just check on them. It's a little smaller one there. Let's go over here. Nice box of bees there. Look at all that propolis. That one probably won't make it through winter. It's 3 or 4 frames there. That's a nice box there. Check back on this. Yep, just about overflowed. Small, it'll make it. Nice box of bees there. Nice box of bees there. See how this one's doing. Oh, on the small side, 6, 7 frames. Oh yeah. Alright guys, so I got home and realized I forgot to film an ending to the video, so thanks for watching thus far. Just kind of an update on what I've been up to lately, and if you enjoyed today's video, I hope you'll subscribe and like, and we'll see you here shortly when we start doing more oxalic acid vaporizations. Thanks for watching. Bye.